Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Once again, I'm Nev from Nev's Tech Bits, otherwise known as your friendly neighborhood basement dweller. Don't worry, ma'am, I am from the internet, and today I want to talk a little bit about faith-based healing, the placebo effect, the Philip experiment in personal projection, and magic? Yeah, legit magic. Okay, so the placebo effect works. It's well documented and basically means that if you think a pill will make you better, the pill will make you better. And placebo is Latin or something for I feel better. So legitimately it works. It's scientifically proven. So you know what? If rocks, if Jesus, if whatever, if it makes you heal, good. So moving forward, what can we do with this scientifically? Now, in my opinion, that's where self-projection, the Philip project, human projection, I should say, gets really interesting. You should look up the Philip experiment. The Philip experiment was done by parapsychologists affiliated with the University of Toronto who could reproduce a spirit within studio environments, but they needed specific things to make it work. Now, when they had it working, they could reproduce a spirit, but the thing was, they never actually had a spirit. They knew they never actually made a spirit. What they did, they knew they never connected to a spirit, or at least a spirit they connected to was a spirit they made up. They made up a guy named Philip. They made up his story. They made up his everything, and they had a tragic story. Killed himself and all that stuff. And then they went to basically a Ouija board, let's say a table for table knocking, to see if they could connect with him. And they did, even though they knew he didn't exist. They connected with him and they could reproduce this. Look up the Philip experiment. I got it on my YouTube. But with this placebo effect, with this Philip experiment, they could move things, but technically it really wasn't a ghost named Phil. Now here's where things get kind of interesting. I used to play with Ouija boards like all the time. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, we all played with Ouija boards. Like I played with them all the freaking time. And for the most part, I knew that what I was connecting with was just something inside my head. It was something from my subconscious. But every now and then I would come across something that was absolutely not from me. Now, in these situations, I'm kind of wondering if these things were extra ethereal, maybe. Now, of course, this is where things get a little bit spooky, and some people are like, oh, I'm not comfortable with this conversation, Nevin. I don't want to talk about it, and even though I don't believe in it, I will not help you with what comes next. So no one can explain why the placebo effect works. Everyone says it's about positivity, and I've followed the positivity. A lot of people says that if you have a positive mindset and if you believe the right thing, positive things will happen. But I've seen people do that and work hard and end up with absolutely nothing, even though they make good choices in life. Let's face it, this happens. Being positive doesn't always get you to positive places all the time. Sometimes life just sucks. But there's a magic in the placebo effect. Legitimately, a magic in the placebo effect, the same magic that we can project through the Philip experiment. Maybe it's not actually magic, maybe it's actually technology that we just don't understand yet, and that is what I'm trying to understand. Is the placebo effect just magic? Shower thoughts. Have a good one, folks. Take care of each other.